What's up, the John Squad? This is John Pillini here, your YouTube World Heresy Champion here on YouTube, and I'm coming to you my WWE Monday Night Raw review for May 6, 2019. So let's do this, shall we, the John Squad? So we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw last night with Vince McMahon, and he talks about that tonight on Raw will be for the ages. So then all of a sudden that Roman Reigns comes out and interrupts Vince McMahon, and Vince tells Roman what is he doing on Raw, right? So that's what he tells him. So then Roman talks to Vince and tells him that he does not take orders from them, the authority of Vince, Stephanie, and Shane McMahon. He does not take orders from them, and Triple H, he does not take orders from them. He takes orders from the WWE Universe. So then Daniel Bryan comes out and says that he was robbed by Kofi Kingston and spent the answering from in Solitaire Institute. That's what Daniel Bryan spent his time in. And so he thought that he would come out here and have the discussion, a private conversation with Vince McMahon. So Kofi Kingston comes out and talks to Daniel Bryan, and then tells Daniel Bryan, to if he wanted to have a conversation, it needs to be between him and him if he wants to get a shot at the WWE Championship. So then Kofi talks to Roman Reigns also, and then Vince McMahon comes up with a wild card thing where there could be three superstars from Raw showing up on SmackDown, and three superstars from Raw can show up on SmackDown. Three superstars from SmackDown can show up on Monday Night Raw. So that's a wild card that Mr. McMahon came up with. That's what he came up with. So then Drew McIntyre comes out and comes out and talks about how and says that this is not SmackDown, but he cares about Roman and about him showing up. So AJ Styles comes out next and he talks to Vince. Then Seth Rollins comes out and talks to AJ Styles, and then Vince makes AJ Styles and Seth Rollins teams up together for the first match. And the first match we had on SmackDown was AJ Styles and Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin. And then during the match, AJ Styles delivers a phenomenal forearm onto Seth Rollins. Next thing you know is he delivers a phenomenal forearm onto Seth Rollins. During the match, as Baron Corbin moves out of the way, then AJ Styles walks out and Seth Rollins, and the winner of that match was Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. So then Sami Zayn comes out and to cut a promo and talks to the fans about being cowards and stuff, and then fixing yourselves, and this talks about that. So then all the next thing you know is that Braun Strowman comes out and Zayn gets out of the ring and goes right through the crowd, Next thing you know is that Braun Strowman is just chasing right through the crowd. Then Sami Zayn gets right back out of the crowd and then through the ring, goes backstage. So then he gets back through the stage and we go back through the stage, right? So then we go right back through the stage, and Sami Zayn is trying to crawl underneath the thing, and then Braun Strowman puts Sami Zayn into a dumpster, and the dumpster truck comes in and puts Sami Zayn into the dumpster truck and takes him out into the dumpster. So I thought that was pretty funny right there. So in the second match on Raw was Lucha House Party versus three local competitors who I did not know who those wrestlers were, unfortunately, because it was just local jobbers, and the winner was Lucha House Party. Lucha. Leave your comments down below if you're happy for Lucha House Party that they won. So in the third match we had on Raw was Money in the Bank taking their spot. Opportunity we had was Ricochet versus Robert Roode, and this was Ricochet's spot. He had defended it on the line against Robert Roode, and the winner was Ricochet. He still got to keep his spot in the Money in the Bank. So then the next match we had on Raw was Lacey Evans versus Ali Tiara. And the winner was Lacey Evans. Then after the match, Lacey Evans talks to the four women's Money in the Bank participants and the women's Money in the Bank participants, and then talks about Becky Lynch, how she's going to take her Raw Women's Championship. And Becky Lynch comes out, and them two have a brawl. And then after the brawl, Becky Lynch stands tall after she tries to put the disarmor onto Lacey Evans, and Becky Lynch stands tall after Lacey Evans just escapes, and she didn't get a chance to put the disarmor on her, but Becky Lynch stands tall after Lacey Evans just escapes. And the fifth match on Raw was the Viking Raiders versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, and the winner was the Viking Raiders. That's right, the Viking Raiders were the winner. They beat Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Then another match on Raw was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, and the winner was Roman Reigns by disqualification due to Elijah Champion coming into the ring and double teaming and beating down on Roman Reigns. And next thing you know is that they were continuing the beatdown. The Miz comes out, makes a save, and brings out his steel chair and chases Shane McMahon out of the ring. And Drew McIntyre and Elias continue the assault onto Roman Reigns. Then Drew McIntyre delivers a Claymore kick. Then it's so funny because the Miz is chasing Shane McMahon all the way into the back, and Shane McMahon is trying to leave, and then one of the interviewers is trying to interview Shane McMahon, and what happens is that the Miz finally found Shane McMahon and beats him with the steel chair, and that's what happens to end that segment with the Miz beating up Shane McMahon with the steel chair in the backstage area. So another match on Raw was Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Revival, but this match does not happen at all because the Usos come out and they did something to the Revival, which is pretty funny because they introduced to the Revival Usi Hot, and it was pretty funny because it was like something burning or itching them, the Revival. So I just thought it was just something burning them, and that's what the Usos did to them that they put on their body. So it was like Icy Hot, but it was Uzi Hot, one of their brands that they did to them, like itching them, and so the Revival were like trying to go around the ring. So then one of the Usos give them water bottles, and he puts it down in his trunks, and he said, "No, it was for you to drink to one of the Revivals," and then it doesn't happen all the match. So it was just a pretty funny segment, and that's why. So then we had No Way Jose comes out and just dances around the Kong line. Then Lars Sullivan comes out and just destroys No Way Jose and the Conga line. It just destroys the Conga line and No Way Jose. So then the main event we had on Raw was Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship, and the winner was, and still, our WWE Champion is Kofi Kingston. That is right, and that's what ends WWE Monday Night Raw last night with Kofi Kingston standing tall as our WWE Champion. So, once again, the John Squad, please like this video, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more. You mean a lot to me, the John Squad. Love each and every single one of you all. Don't forget to tap that bell on YouTube app so you never miss an upload on my videos. Peace out, the John Squad. I love you guys.